Yes, hi guys, hi everyone, hi, good morning, good morning. Yeah, oh, good evening. It is still evening because it's not gone right up to the hour of the midnight and the daytime in London, if you know exactly what I mean. Yes, I salute each and every one of you. I'm trying to keep my headphones safe somewhere so that there's no interference in the volume that will be coming through to the main speaker. Yes, hi. I'm going to acknowledge each and every one of you. Yes, good evening, good morning from wherever you are. Some of you are in the morning. Good afternoon to you if you are on the other side of the United States, and good evening to you. Yes, I'm yours actually, Frank Bello, and I am back again. We want to stream, we want to talk to ourselves like we always do. This time around, this is not a test broadcast, but the actual one. Yes, it is Tuesday today, the 13th day of October 2020. It's my pleasure to come live to you to dish out some exclusive and very, very rare information that will nurture your mind and then stimulate your brains. It is me, Frank Bello. No one can do it the way I always carry out my own task in my discharge of that special duties to you and to humanity. Thank you for coming to watch the stream with me. Behind me, you can obviously see that terrible reminder. I'm going to keep it there. It's not going to go away. The 60 years of your misery, the shrapnels from the brain of the baby that raped that skull of the baby off in Abuja, and then the various atrocities that you can see there, and then the way I saw Nigeria 20 years ago, that will subsequently be the end of the nation. When I saw that dream, and when that dream was revealed unto me by the spiritual source of all creation, many people said to me that I was a lunatic, that I was a bit too radical. See, one of them, I got his picture published today, and if you go back onto my wall on Facebook in a title called The Journal, Volume 1, you will find the picture of Shola Enikonlaye, Special Assistant to the High Commissioner in the UK at the time, Dr. Dalhatu Saraki Tafida. I've got loads of pictures that I'm going to make public, and many of the people will start to identify themselves. They're my journal. I've got intellectual property rights to all those pictures, and some of the pictures that are coming as well. Lizzie Azu, I think in the second volume, volume 002, you are going to see your husband with the officials of the High Commission at the time, Godson. Yes, I was going through all my archives, my digital archives, and I saw that. So I'll be releasing them individually, so that, you see, these are my works, my intellectual works in terms of photography, writings in the last 21 years. Thank God for Facebook. A lot of people will be, see, some people are gone, some are dead, some are with the Lord, such as Dio Richard Johnson. Today, he's no longer with us. It is not by our grace, but the grace of the Almighty that we're still living. Some of us are still here. If we're here, that means there's a mission, and God is deliberately keeping us alive because He's got a mission for us. We're going to stream today, and we might be here because I think on YouTube as opposed to Facebook, you can go straight on one stream for 8 hours, whereas on Facebook is 4. And then Facebook, they've literally reduced our power, the power of our broadcast. They've been compromised. The same way I am doing it was the same way I tried on YouTube now, and I've done it on YouTube, was the way I've done it on Facebook. But Facebook, they've taken off, they've literally taken off our powers. So I'm afraid, guys, I know some of you are not happy that I will be moving the show to YouTube, but Lizzie Azu, you tried to convince me to move it away from my personal page, and I tried streaming from Liberty Media Communications, and the same problem. Whether other people are having the same problem, whether that problem Facebook deliberately infringed on my rights is what I don't know. But it is their platform, so they can do whatever they like. I've tried the same thing. I've not had any problems on YouTube. So I'm afraid, guys, the YouTube is here for me. So what I can do is to cross the platform, to which I've made up stuff that will alert you to tell you that I am on YouTube. So if I'm streaming live, you can easily get that notification from my wall, and you can simply click, and that will bring you straight onto the stream. You don't have to stress yourself. I'll do everything. Okay, I can see some of you. Jocelyn Noah. Yes. Jocelyn. He said some are with their father, the devil in hell. Indeed, Jocelyn. Correct. Good evening, Jocelyn. Matthew Olaiwola. Narada Franklin. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Narada Franklin said it's first 12 minutes past the first quarter of Wednesday. Yes. Yeah, because of your location where you are. I know. Yes. Thank you, guys. Babati, Elizabeth Littlejar, Lamore Cakes. That's Lizzie Azu. Ife Nkem Nwobodo, Matthew Olaiwola. Yes, I can spot each and every one of you. Matthew Olaiwola said, I think Nigerian government is the devil incarnate reporting you to Facebook. Oh dear. I'm so terrible, that's why. Yes. We are on the same topic, make no mistakes. And we're going to treat a few number of stuff that we will treat this night, morning where you are, such as Narada Franklin, and morning where Jocelyn Noah is, and a few of you guys. Yes, That question behind us, 1960 to 2020, 60 years after independence, it's not going to go away. That's why I deliberately put that there. And this question, who cursed Nigeria, is not equally going to go away. See, I'm talking, but if it is Facebook will seize my voice. They will seize the voice. The question is, who cursed Nigeria? Who? That question too is not going to go away. No, it won't. There are loads of questions. A lot of questions are begging for answers that a lot of people don't know. Too many questions begging for answers. See, when you look at such pictures, see, if such child can be robbed of a future and the subject resources, God's given resources that they ought to use to help their own people. See, we have a problem. See, and because we have that problem, I saw this problem and I knew what will end this problem is nothing but a revolution. That's it. And it is knocking. Thank God that those days are gone when the Nigerian military will seize power by the barrel of the gun, and then they will tell Nigerians that all communications have been cut. They can't cut communications anymore. Those days are gone, guys. If they attempt to shut down communications, that will be disastrous for them. They can filter the level of information they want the people of the country to receive, but they cannot shut down communications anymore. Those days are gone. Thank you, Narada Franklin. Yes. Most of you see, 3 years ago, I kept on reposting some of my podcast. 3 years ago, I streamed and I said to Nigerians, but they were not taking my utterances and what I was saying The powers that be were not taking those podcasts serious. I warned them that Nigeria 3 years ago was sitting on a keg of gunpowder. In other words, bomb. And that the bomb will explode very shortly. Matthew Olaiwola, you said, having Buhari as a president over Nigerians is a dirty slap on humanity, not on humanity, but Nigerians. Nigerians. Slap. See, God help us. See, before we proceed, see, let's talk a little bit about the agitation. Oh dear, Baba T. Okay, I don't know about that. I think Jocelyn Noah will respond to that. I don't know about that. Yeah. Yeah, we are going to go a little bit into that. If not a little, in fact, not a little bit, Jocelyn Noah. We're going to go into it and we're going to dissect the SARS protest. But before we do that, let me play you this tape. Let me play you this tape because there are loads of stuff going on behind closed doors that a lot of people that are in this struggle for a Yoruba nation. I will exempt the Biafrans because the Biafrans are pretty straightforward in their demand. I know they've got problems. I know where their problems lies. But the Yorubas are in disarray. And I will continue to hammer in on the fact that the Yorubas are in disarray. They are not in unity. They are at a state, the Yorubas are currently at a state of decadence paralysis. The Yorubas are paralyzed. I'm a Yoruba man. An Igbo man or Nnamdi Kanu will not come up to tell you that you are paralyzed. The Yorubas are paralyzed. Why are the Yorubas paralyzed? I will break it down. See, not many of them are aware I am streaming on YouTube right now. Not many of them are aware. And I even prefer YouTube because YouTube gives the power and the freedom of expression to express yourself without interfering with your rights. Now, listen. The Yorubas are paralyzed. Some of you may want to ask me a leading question, but Frank, why are they paralyzed? They are paralyzed and they are in that state of decadence paralysis because the Yorubas are not dealing with themselves in good, they're not dealing with themselves in good faith. There is no unity and there is no love. If there is love, which I have been preaching over the years, there will be unity. And if there is unity, then the third aspect is you form a formidable force that will be unbreakable. See, those two things, love and unity, is completely absent from the Yoruba race, which was why I asked them, the Yoruba World Congress UK chapter, I asked them, the Yorubas are a difficult race to manage, difficult people to manage. Why was that? Why is that? Matthew Olaiwola said the problem among the Yoruba agitator is pride. It is not pride. Go mark my word. Minus me, minus myself, minus Mayegun, minus Mayegun, and maybe one or two that I know that I'm not going to mention. But myself, Mayegun, can never compromise to their demand. It is not possible. But the rest of the other social media shouters, shouting on social media, trying to woo you and then mesmerize you, they've compromised. I'm not referring to the Biafrans. I'm referring to those that are inside the Yoruba agitation. They are already discussing how they will give them money. Somebody inside them, if they want me to play them the tape, if they want to challenge what I am saying, I will play them the tape and I will expose them to the world. I have all the evidences, tapes, records of all their deliberations. So don't challenge me. All of you, you know yourselves. You know all the meetings that you were inside. If you think I'm not getting feedback from all your meetings, I've got everything on tape. Don't dare challenge me. I know you all. And you know I know. I know you will all be shitting in your pants, but I know all your plans, all of you. See, let me break one of the secret tapes for you. One of those babas that call himself babas in Nigeria was talking to one of those social media pundits in the UK that if anyone should offer him £5,000 or £5,000 below, he should accept the gift. But anything over £5,000, he should not accept it. They were advising one of the social media mouthpiece in the UK. If they want to challenge me, I will provide them the tape. Oh dear. That's why I said to them, don't put your hand into my mouth. You do that, I'll bite it. Me. They waged war against me. They tried as much as possible to discredit my reputation. You see, I won't go far, but I will begin to give them one by one. One by one, I will begin to unleash my weapon on them. And I tell them, they don't even attempt calling me. And don't send any agent to talk to me or anybody. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to speak to anyone. I'm in my own world. My world is my world. And I want to maintain my world. And I want to maintain my space. Yoruba people, very soon, if you start hearing on any of the social media, other social media outlet, asking you to put money into an account in Nigeria, that money will be used. They will tell you they want to rescue all your obas in Yoruba land from the government, and as such they want to pay them from that account, dedicated account they've set up for you. One man, just one man or two will be controlling that account in Nigeria. And they want all Yoruba sons and daughters to start remitting 5,000 naira every month into that buffer. Yes, they don't know who they are dealing with. They don't know. Now, what they are equally agitating for now, that a lot of Yoruba sons and daughters are not aware of, that I saw and I questioned one of the babas, that it is too late for restructure. It is complete cessation. They've got two plans for you. They want to use some media, and then they will start packaging to you. Maybe now that I'm exposing their atrocities. They're going to change tactics. They will say to you, let's go for restructuring. And that in an event whereby restructure fails, then we go for complete cessation. They're coming up with those two packages. And I know what I'm talking about. Yes. See, a lot of people, a lot of them don't know. They think, see, many of them don't know how dangerous I am. They don't. They don't know. They don't. They will start to ask you for money. Some people will pay them. They will tell you that that money they want to pay all the obas in Yoruba land so that they can support the agitation, and that each and every Yoruba sons and daughters around the world should contribute. Some of the babas will tell you they will contribute 30,000 naira or 50,000 naira or 100,000 naira every month of their own money. Where do they get that money from? I know what Jocelyn Noah is saying. Jocelyn Noah said all these babas that are quarter to die, they won't make peace with their God now, so that they can make heaven. But they said no. Ah well, who knows? Some of these babas, they're old, they can give up the ghost anytime. I know what Jocelyn Noah is saying, that I'm holding them by their balls. I know I wouldn't say I'm holding them by their balls, but I've got exclusive and classified information that can implicate them. If I'm that bad, if I am that bad, but I'm not going to do it. If I am that bad, let me assure you, I know what to do with such information. I'm not going to tell you on live stream. If I am that bad, let me assure you, I know what to do with those information in my possession. But I'm not going to do it. Yeah, so Jocelyn Noah, you're right. I'm holding their balls. And they must not toy with me. I have incriminating evidence against them. And they know. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know. If I'm that bad, I know what to do with the level of information in my possession. And I'm warning you lot, don't bother call me. You call me, I'll fuck you up. Try that. I'll fuck you up. I have been in this struggle long enough that I don't need anyone. I'm not an accidental person. Thank you, Babati. Now, I want you to listen to this. See, I have one deepest regret, and this deepest regret that I have is that the leader of the Yoruba World Congress, Professor Banji Akintoye, doesn't seem to see things the way I see things. And it's a big shame. He's not looking far beyond what he ought to look. He's an elderly person. I'm not going to be rude. But he's not seeing the current situation on ground and then apply instant measures to address problems. Problems will always occur, and leadership is all about problem solving. Problem will emerge, but then the leader must be prepared to solve the problem. I'm sorry to have to say to you, some other groups in this Yoruba land who suddenly came up overnight, they've hijacked the Yoruba World Congress and they've formed other organizations. That was why I said unlike IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, they are one. And their agitation for a Biafran nation is well focused. The Yorubas, on their own path, they've got many pollutants that were even spying on the activities of the Yoruba World Congress, only to then go back and then form a parallel organization. Within those that form parallel organization, let me tell you, they invited me into some of the organizations and I politely turned down their request because I'm a pretty straightforward human being. I'm telling you now. I told those people to pull my name out of any of the group. I'm not interested in any group. I am focused with what I have to do. Inside the same Yoruba World Congress, there are people. When Gani Adams was brought onto one of the platforms, see, I begin to see Yoruba people as betrayers. And that is how they've been molded. You can never trust a Yoruba person. One of them, if the crunch come to the crunch, if that person try to dare me, I will mention his name. When Gani Adams was brought onto one of the platforms, the very first interview that was granted to Gani Adams, one of those that now teamed up with Gani Adams called me on my personal contact from Germany. and then disgraced Gani Adams as a thug, as an armed robber that Obasanjo wanted to eliminate. He's now teamed up. I don't have any Fulani side in me. I denounce that. I rebuke it and I denounce it. Did you hear that? See, the same person, I shut this person down completely. Guess what? The same person yesterday then sent me a message and I replied to the person, please stop sending me message henceforth. You know who you are if you're listening to this podcast. And they've not borne you well to come and challenge me. So all of you, rest your case. Don't come near me. You know, because I've been too long in this journey and I've been too long in the information service, which was why. See, they've taken and they've hijacked the entire machinery of the Yoruba agitation from Professor Banji Akitoye. Professor Banji Akitoye is in a limbo at the moment because they've hijacked everything. They've perfected all their plans. In the same Yoruba World Congress, there are people working against Yoruba World Congress that are working on the other side. That's why I said, why can't they be in one place? You don't find parallel organization with IPOB. It's one. And all their funds are going into one basket. Dre, you're welcome to the show. That's why they can't deal with me. And I'm repeating it. Don't bother yourselves calling me or sending somebody to call me. You send somebody to call me the way you've been sending people to call me. I'll fuck you up and I'll fuck the person you're sending to call me up too. Don't. Better might as well just leave me in my own world and let me do it the way I know how to do it. But guess what? Your Yoruba agitation is a farce. It's a farce. It's a dream now. I'm beginning to see it as a dream. It's a dream. Listen to this.
I join my colleague who believes in the indivisibility of the entity called Nigeria. Let me say that all ethnic jingoists or chauvinists who think that Nigeria will be better if we all secede. Yoruba, the Dudua nation, Hausa nation. Let me say that there are so many things. When Biafra was saying we are going, suddenly people of Niger Delta said, we are not going with you, we are Niger Delta people, we are not Biafrans. Let the North say they are going. That is when you will know that there are minority. The Benue people will say they are not part of the main North, and they will have about 15 different nations. Don't deceive yourself that when you say there is, we'll go to Dudua nation. How are you sure that those of us in Lagos want to go to Dudua nation? How are you sure? Are you so sure? We are already 20 million. We are up to the population of Ghana. So you could do it alone. Why do I think that they can take the resources of Lagos to develop Ekiti State? We should think more of Nigeria than trying to divide it, because there are so many inherent problems that would be there for us when we start this division, demand, and what have you. People have said they've not seen development. I agree that the development is not what we desire. We can do better. But when I read Chief Awolowo, he said that when they were born, if you want the good things of life, you will walk from Kenne to Lagos. It's by you will walk, and sometimes you take boat. Now said, put life to some of the things that I've heard in my life. He said Kenne was part of the colony of Lagos. And when Awolowo says something, that is the golden truth. Just read autobiography of Chief Awolowo. He said in the book, Kenne was part of the colony of Lagos, and that they are citizens of the United Kingdom because they were using the passport of UK that they were using in Lagos, in Kenne. So also, all the politics of Nigeria started in Lagos. They started by the Lagos Youth Movement, by the Abat Macaulay. Later Awolowo and co joined. Nnamdi Azikiwe met them. They were all in Lagos. You cannot even campaign anywhere in Nigeria except Lagos. You cannot campaign in Ibadan. You can't campaign outside Lagos. So all the work of these fighting for independence started from Lagos. Let us also put on record that it was not only the southern and northern protectorate that joined to form Nigeria. It is a lie. It was southern protectorate, northern protectorate, and the colony of Lagos that joined to form Nigeria. Let me now say that when we were going, I went to a secondary school in Offa. When we were traveling to Offa, so that you take by train or this Bole Kaja, you know, the Bole Kaja. But nowadays there are better means of transportation. I know what Lagos used to look like when we were growing up. I know what it looks like. There was no UBA building, there was no Union Bank building, there was no First Bank building, there was no United building, there was no Wema Bank or Milestone or Keystone banks. How many roads? How many?
You see, these are some of the Confucianists of our time. Yes, absolutely right that Lagos was a colony of its own at the time. Lagos was a colony. And that is now bringing me to a private conversations I had with someone who is currently present. Bole Kaja. Just Linda. Yeah, you said it was not audible enough, but maybe you have to check your sound, because I had the headphone on and it was very perfect. Oh, audio is faint from the clip. Okay, I can hear it perfectly well from my headphone, and if I can hear it perfectly well from my headphone, because I'm actually accessing the same thing that you are listening to on my tablet, and just as you are watching it outside, so also I'm watching it from outside with you guys as well. Okay, so, and I know that if there are problems, I can easily just uh, know straight away that there are problems with the audio going out through to you. So as you are listening to it, so also I'm listening to the same thing you are listening to here, just like you. Bole Kaja is like a molue. Yes, thank you for that, Matthew Olaiwala. Public transport that people take. Well, I wouldn't say Bole Kaja because Bole Kaja is predominantly in Lagos, but there are other transportation systems that goes to Offa and to Akure to the north that people ply as at that time. So to cut the long story short, is a public, privately owned public transportation. That's the best way I can describe that. Now, I was talking with someone, and that person I was talking with, we ironed out exactly what that guy, who happens to be the deputy speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, out in one of my private conversation with someone that is present on the platform this morning. It's just gone. It's exactly 5 minutes past midnight London time, guys. So for the benefit of those of you still watching the stream and you are in your different geographical coordinates of the world, my hat's off to you. People such as Jocelyn Noah, Narada Franklin. Now, guys, I will be putting up a request for you for one of our sister in UAE who needed our help. Now, oh God, Jocelyn Noah, you want to distract my attention. Yes, I've used that to describe Dele Momodu as Bolekaja journalist. Yeah, like Bolwe, yes. Bolekaja is those conductors. Why the Bolekaja came into being, let me explain to you. The conductors, they will come down if you don't have your change, because they will tell you, oh, no change, 1 naira 50 kobo. Well, look, you change, enter with your change. No change, 1 naira 50 kobo. So, and if you fail to give them the correct amount of their fare, then the conductors will then come down and they will fight you. So that is bole kaja. So kaja is fight. Kaja is fight. Bole is come down. Let me fight you. Yes, indeed. Lagos Nawa, I swear. Did you know that there was a book that was written titled Lagos Nawa, I swear? And that book was written in Pidgin English. Many, I think this was in the 70s. Lagos Nawa, I swear. Cracky book. Yeah, I think that was written by an Igbo author. Pidgin. And it was a bestseller. Now, Lagos Colony. I was discussing with that person that I'm not going to mention his name. And should in case Nigeria should break away from itself, there are records that says that Lagos should be returned back to the British because that was their colony. But a lot of the Yoruba agitators are not aware of that document, that should Lagos break away, automatically Lagos will be returned back to the British because that happens to be their colony. They're not addressing that. And the Yorubas, that was exactly what that deputy speaker was saying. But they are not addressing it, and the Yoruba agitators are still thinking that Lagos belongs to them. Yeah, come down, let's fight. Thank you, Narada Franklin. That was what he was saying. In fact, to be very honest with you, the person that was discussing this with me on a personal conversation was Narada Franklin. I've just mentioned his name to you. That Lagos should, in case Lagos should break, Nigeria should break completely, and then the Yorubas decide they want to go, the Igbos, and each and everybody wants to break Nigeria into components, the middle belt. Lagos, from what I gathered, and it is documented, and it was a signed agreement that Lagos will be returned back to the British government. And then Lagos will then become a British colony again. They're not talking about that. Yeah. Yeah. They're not, you see, because the majority of the people agitating for an Oduduwa nation or a Yoruba nation, they are not the think tank. And most of the babas that are think tank are old, and the new generations are not looking into the books and history. They're not. They're not addressing the problems. All they want is, all the agitators from the other side, they've seen the Yoruba agitation as a means to raise funds and capital to enrich themselves. Go watch some of their interviews in some of the other platforms that I'm not even going to mention. It's up to you if you want to go and see them. I'm afraid so, and that's why I continue to say to you, if the new world order is about colony, I welcome the agenda, minus the greed that will come with it, because don't forget, it's all about the control of your land, your resources, and your people. And that's why China is playing a leading role in Africa, because they want to take over the majority of the colonies in Africa, and they want to recolonize Africa. See, if the new world order is all about recolonization and for African people to be treated like humans, I welcome that agenda. The white people are more structured. When they were ruling you, our lives at the time was better. I know I'm not from Chomolu, Forget about who owns Lagos and the first people to settle in Lagos. We're talking about colony here. The British were not the first people to colonize Lagos. The Portuguese were. The Portuguese gave Lagos the name Lagos because in Portugal there's another town or city in Portugal called Lagos. The Portuguese were the first sets of Europeans to come through the colony of Lagos. I'm sorry, Baba T. If the black people, if they love their own people and if they provide them with good governance and basic amenities of life, I won't be advocating for the white man to come back. I've done many shows in the past about the fact that the Nigerian leaders, they failed their people. And I asked some of my followers and viewers on Facebook podcast that day that should the Nigerian government hands off the business of governance and then hand over Nigeria back to Her Majesty the Queen. 90% of the people who casted their votes said they are better off under the British rule, that the British should come back. Why won't they claim? If they claim it, maybe they will. Maybe develop. Maybe you won't be experiencing flood. Go back and check the picture of Lagos in the colonial eras. How beautiful Lagos was, and now the slum that the people created. All right, now. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that one. You see that picture? Did you see that? Yeah, let me see if I can bring in the volume. Yes. I think the volume is working perfectly well. Only criminals hate SARS. Look at the few number of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people say, paid by the government to come out and demonstrate. And then look at the number of people that says they must end SARS. You see? And they think we are one. Look at that. To the right, and then the bottom right. Look at the crowd of people who want SARS to end for good. Yes. Indeed. Now, watch this.
Brutality! Police brutality! Police brutality! Police brutality! Police brutality! Police brutality!
What do you want?
Police brutality!
What do we want?
Police brutality! Police brutality!
What do we want?
Police brutality!
What do you want?
Police brutality!
What do you want?
End police brutality.
What do you want?
End police brutality.
What do we want?
End police brutality.
What do we want?
Who are we waiting for?
What do we want? What do we want? Sit back.
What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? End police brutality. 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 What do we want it? What do we want it? End police brutality. What do we want? End police brutality. What do we want? End police brutality.
What do you want it? What do you want it?
No!
What do you want it? What do you want it? What do we want?
End police brutality.
What do you want it?
End police brutality.
What do you want it?
No!
What do you want it? I said, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Tomorrow no more. If I die today, I will die no more. Today, tomorrow no more.
If I die today, I will die no more.
Today, tomorrow no more. Liberation must come. Nigeria must be free.
Today, tomorrow no more. If I die today, I will die no more.
Today, tomorrow no more.
Come on.
Liberation must come to Nigeria.
Today, tomorrow no more. Liberation must come with Nigeria.
Today, tomorrow no more. Nigeria must stop political.
Today, tomorrow no more. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever.
You see those people now demonstrating. Three years ago when I streamed, revolution is inevitable in Nigeria. That was exactly what I was talking about. This is just the beginning. But the question that we have to honestly ask ourselves is this: could SARS protest ignite the violent revolution that is looming round the corner? Nigeria is already a failed state. Make no mistakes, Nigeria is a failed state, and I have reasons to believe that Nigeria is a failed state because here, let me share some information with you, and those information, before we go back into what we have to treat this early hours of the morning. Now, I can authoritatively confirm to you that the International Criminal Courts of Justice at The Hague, the advisory committee, has released the results of the 20 contestants for the International Criminal Court presidency. They've released the results, and the Nigerian candidate that was fielding Justice Ishaq Bello came last on the list. Do you know why Justice Ishaq Bello came last? He came last because the committee at the ICC at The Hague rated Nigerian judiciary system very low and poor. They're now wondering, other judges at the ICC at The Hague are now wondering how Ishaq Bello became a judge in Nigeria. Don't forget, your current Chief Justice is not a qualified lawyer, but a Sharia lawyer who does not even pass school cert. The last time Nigeria had a reputable judge at The Hague was the former Prince Bola Ajibola, who was a former High Commissioner to the Courts of St. James's, to the UK. He was the last one. So, we have to ask ourselves, why have we gone down that low in that period? That 60 years. That Nigeria was right at the top and at the apex of a nation that the white people that colonized you, the British who colonized you, predicted that in no time Nigeria will become a superpower. The Swedish government, the Norwegian government, they predicted it. Yeah. See, they think the world is as stupid as Nigerians, or the world is stupid as Nigeria. But the world is not stupid, and that Nigeria is a nation that is filled with stupid people. It is a nation that is filled with criminals. The white people know. It is a nation that is filled with rogues, armed robbers, cyber criminals, Yahoo boys, thugs, political imbeciles, scumbags, hopeless touts, and many nasty things that can never be described on the surface of the planet. The white people are not stupid. They see. Let's play this. Watch this.
What's up?
Boys, hands up! Boys, hands up! 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 How many fine boys does he go kill? 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 I say, they go kill us all. Yeah, they go kill us all. Yeah, they go kill us all. How many fine boys does he go kill? How many iPhones does he go collect? How many iPhones does he go collect? How many iPhones does he go collect? I say, hey, they go thief tire. Hey, they go thief tire. Hey, they go thief tire. How many iPhones does he go kill? Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Again, the question, could this be the beginning of the violent revolution that we have predicted? I have predicted 3 years ago that if care is not taken. Remember, I broke down the capacity of the Nigerian military for you. The total military capacity of the Nigerian military is 180,000 personnel, military personnel. Out of those 180,000, 120-something thousand are active in service. They cannot, look, when revolution break down now, if there is a violent revolution in Nigeria, the Nigerian army, the Nigerian military, they don't have the capacity to handle those population. No, they don't. It is coming. There might not be a Yoruba nation after all. With the way things are playing up, I can see it coming. And there might not be a Yoruba nation. And those that want you to start sending your hard-earned money to them in Nigeria, it is that money they will use to take themselves and their wives out of Nigeria when trouble breaks out. Watch this.
Is the IG too big? You know what? What's wrong with you? That's fine.
Yes, you are absolutely spot on, Jocelyn Noah. Coronavirus, you see, social distancing, coronavirus is gone. Look at that, 60 odd years. That is what you get. See, that and that. 60 years. 60 odd years. That's what you get. Is it worth it? Yeah, Corona no day Africa. Yele Shore is not even wearing a mask. Yes. Now, watch this. They are not just bothered. They're not. Cities.
Fuck the excess! You don't
See what they are doing. See what they are doing. See what they are doing. What did happen? Fucking end it. What did happen? Hey! No grow. Why not? Everything's going online. Straight up. What did happen? Where you go? No. Stay there. No. Oh, what's this? Everything, he entered well.
Can this be the beginning of a nasty and violent revolution? Matthew Olaiwola said Buhari must resign. For where? Yo, don't waste your time. Stop wasting your time. That one, the one corner, they shout, Grill, stay there. I got loads of them. Watch this. See? Is this the beginning of a nasty and violent revolution that will subsequently consume the entire Nigeria in fire? Is this the beginning? Is SARS, I'm asking, going to be the foundation for that violent revolution, because it's going to get out of hand, and that problem is going to escalate? Watch this. Yes, you've seen that again. Olaiwola Matthew, you said very soon Nigeria is going to cut off internet so that the rest of the world will not see what is going on in Nigeria. They can't do that. That's why I said Those days are gone when they'll cut communications. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. Now, it's going to get worse as I see and as I predict. Watch this.
20 something. I know you're waiting here. That was my dream. I plan to become a European at my 20 years. I don't already become a
I know my land go work come outside go
for all of you, you have been working so hard. You have been working so hard for some people 60 years of their life they can't build a house. When your economy is better than that of Dubai. You know we are richer than Dubai. Let me tell you what you guys don't know. We are richer than Dubai. Dubai has only oil. No, yes, Dubai has oil, they don't have land. But what they want, God gave us land, gave us oil. You know there are some natural resources that they've not still discovered in Nigeria. These guys keep taking the money to themselves. Look at one fucking person, he built this mansion. I swear to God, if he doesn't come outside, we'll burn this Oriental hotel. Who is with me? You are still scared. You guys don't be scared. I'll still come back. I want to know if you are still scared. Anything Ọlọ́run bá pa kò lè kú. Tell you go like that. Anything Ọlọ́run èṣù kí ń pààyàn. Àwọn pásítọ̀ máa ń parọ́ fún wa ni o. Yes, gbogbo ètí. See, look at Job in the Bible. It was only God that had the life, the ọmọ Yorùbá ní ẹjẹ́ kí n sọ Yorùbá kí n má sí òkú sọ. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló ní agbára sẹ́mi èèyàn. Èṣù kàn lè torment ẹ. But na only God fit kill you. If God knows say you no go die, if they lie, if I'm not going to die, if all these policemen like all of them, you want shoot in the London, you don't know about anything you live. Talk. If you no talk, you die. If you talk, you die. Stop dying. Bello became a legend today because he talked. Bọ̀bọ́ kan tí SARS pa, ọmọ wọn ti gbàgbé bọ̀bọ́ yẹn, wọn lè rántí ẹ̀ mọ́. Lẹ́wọ̀n àti àfi wá sáyé tí à nípa. Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo máa sọ. I rather live a short impactful life than to live a useless long life, which is what you guys are living. You are living a useless long life. Live a short impactful life. Ẹ ń bẹ̀rù pé we are scared that there is heaven or hell. That is what pastors used to deceive. If you die, it is over. Mama Sheba, those guys, I don't blame most Yahoo boys on the streets. Yahoo boys are my friends, you know why? The economy made them do what they did. I hustled this year. Then I discovered that there is no way I can make $10 kind of money in this country without stealing. Is it possible? No, tell me. Can you make $10 money without being a thief? $10 is a thief. Yes. His fathers are politicians too, two of us. Àwọn ló fún lówó, wọ́n jí owó láti ìjọba tí wọ́n wọ́ fún ọmọ wọn lówó. Owó olè náà ló ń lò. Olè ní $10. Olè nírú owó Dangote kó má jalè, kò possible. If you do a honest living, if you are doing a honest living, nǹkan tí o lè kọ́ ní normal house. Director ní àwọn government house. Mo ní director kan. Tí ẹ bá ní director yẹn náà nírú àwọn ilé báyìí. Director ìjọba báwo ló ṣe èlò wọn sọ fún èlò ni. Why are these people disabled? They say nobody is above the law. They killed my brother yesterday. The government is not above the law too. Me, I am reporting them to the world courts because Nigeria court can't do them. So Buhari gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sọ̀rọ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn. Game to calm down. Nobody is above the law. We came for a peaceful protest. That was what we told the world we were doing. And they killed somebody. Now they killed our brother. He's my brother. I will not hesitate. Normal human instincts. I don't know why you guys are not following human instincts. Buhari is trying to kill you. Why not try to kill him? èèyàn tó fẹ́ pa ẹ́ bọ̀bọ́ yìí ló tani SARS is the government now who is sending them to kill you are you guys mad wọ́n sọ fún yín pé èjò jẹ́ 36 million àgbàlagbà èyí náà dẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé wọn ẹ̀ wà lágbègbè ìyàwó káwọ̀ mọ́mí àdájọ́ na dey fear me I'm just 23 how many years stop suffering suffer no dey tire una me I'm tired I'm a talkative I talk nǹkan tí mo fi ń gba owó nìyẹn.
àwọn guys tó block ọ̀nà ibẹ̀ ni mo wà báyìí.
Yes na wetin I dey use chop so I talk. Yeah so I just want you guys to try your best come and join us I promise you if we join hands together make all of us just gree once amagbegu. Wali we are coming to Aso Rock my parents live in Abuja. They live in Karu, Pepper Quarters. I'm telling you where they live in case anybody is going for death. And we born his family. They live in Pepper Quarters, Karu. That's where my family stay. They are scared. They are telling me to block my Instagram account. I'm not going to block it. Come for me. I am Major Gary. That's my name. Fuck you, Buhari. Fuck you, Oyedepo. And hey, I want to remind you something. Who is the godfather of Osibanjo? Who is the godfather? It is Adeboye. Adeboye ló fi bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn síbẹ̀ now. Adeboye ni vice president sí èmi o. Politician ni Adeboye yẹn tó ń wa jet. Ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ìyàwó ń wa jet. Ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ìyàwó ń wa jet. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ó tún máa gba òfin lọ́wọ́ yín. Ṣé ẹ̀rọ ni ẹ̀ kí n rò ní? Igbó ló jẹ́ kí n mọ gbogbo kíní yìí o. Igbó ni omi ò ní parọ́ fún yín o. Wọ́n ní pé.
Now, if you listen to what that young man was saying, he told you his age, 23 years old man. Almost the same age bracket with my last born. Almost the same. Andrew is probably older than him with a year. But they are the same age bracket. 23. So if he's 23, 1999, when Obasanjo became your head of state, your president, when he was drafted back to clean out the mess that he created with the June 12th annulment. You remember in one of my shows on Facebook, I asked politely, what have they done since 1999 to 2019 to those children that were born at that time? What have they given them in terms of education that will prepare them for leadership today? See, if he's 23 years old and 1999 to 2019, 20 years, now 21 years, right? So let's take back 2 more years. So that means he was born in 1996. So if he was born in 1996, he was a baby, still a baby in 1999, and not up to school age. So if we've got millions, I repeat, if we've got millions of that caliber of youths on the street that are 23 years old, now that they never prepared for leadership since 1999, don't you think you deserve the outcome of the violent revolution that is coming for you. They said they are going to Abuja. That's it. Jocelyn, you're right. Yeah, Narada Franklin. He was making perfect sense as far as you and I are concerned. Perfect sense. You see, the Western world and the rest of the civilized world, they prepare those children that will run the country. So Nigeria never prepared their own children that will run the country today. That's why you've got all the babas still calling the shots. And now they want you and I to begin to send 5,000 naira every month to them because they want to negotiate to take you out of a useless federation. You see, fraud upon fraud. They are not looking or thinking of how they'll make those youths fruitful and be better to society. But they are more focused. All the babas are more focused on you and I that are in the diaspora. Shame on all of you. Guys, the time in London is fast approaching 5 minutes to 1 o'clock London time. By the clock, I think I have been streaming now for 2 hours. I'm going to move the stream here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move it here onto YouTube. And moving it onto YouTube, that will give us the benefits that we want to be able to showcase ourselves the way we ought to do. What I'm going to be doing is, if I finish this show, I'm going to grab it and then I'm going to upload it onto Facebook for other people to see. Look, thank you guys for coming live to watch the stream. Jocelyn Noah, Narada Franklin, Matthew Olaiwola, all of you. Yes, it seems you are the only people that are still very much with me. Baba T, thank you. Dre, thank you. I think Lamore Cakes, I'm sure Elizabeth Lilja too must have gone to bed right now. Guys, thank you for watching the stream. It's been my pleasure. We're going to do it again on YouTube. I'm moving it permanently onto YouTube right now, but we will cross-platform, and after the stream, I will upload back onto Facebook. Thank you for watching the stream. It's my pleasure. The time in London is fast approaching 1 o'clock. Thank you. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and God bless you. Good night.